Back in 2023 and 2024, when the current FBI director was working as a podcaster, obsessed with cleaning up.
The current FBI director was working as a podcaster should never be a statement that is truthful and factual. Because what the fuck? Can we gain some like professionalism and seriousness? Because what are we doing here? Like, can we hire qualified people to do important jobs? Like, that's like a bare minimum, I think.
The deep state, slashing government spending. He had one specific idea about how to do that.
Chris Wray doesn't need a government-funded G5 jet to go to vacation. Maybe we ground that plane. $15,000 every time it takes off. Just a thought.
Maybe you shouldn't use it for a fucking booty call, bitch. Just a thought. Like, fuck you.
Take their money. Chris Wray doesn't need a private jet.
We're not the guys running around on private jets. And somebody maybe in
Whiny little bitch boy. Every chance he gets, he whines about fucking something else. Like, this is what happens when your actions aren't really defensible. You just have to, like, attack everybody else, I think. Because, like,
Congress should ask for how many flights on a private jet Director Comey took.
I want to know how many names are in the Epstein files. That's what I want to know. The number of. I don't really give a fuck about the former FBI director. I want to know what the fuck you are doing right the fuck now. The interview was in May 2025. He had a lot to fucking answer for at this point, and he's bitching and whining and moaning about his predecessor. Shut the fuck up. How about you do your job, Kash?
Or my predecessor Director Wray took, and how many personal trips they took.
Don't knock it until you try it. That's what I say about private jets.
Fuck that. I will knock it, and I will never try it. I will knock it until the fucking day I die. Because there's absolutely no reason that your hoity-toity ass cannot mingle with the fucking common folk and just take, like, first class or business class, like the rest of everybody else in the world. Like, the fact that you, like, the fact that people know who you are does not make you special. Like, the fact that you have a ton of money does not make you special. You're just lucky. That's not special. Okay?
The use of government jets for personal travel by former FBI director was sort of an obsession of Patel's for years. In 2023, Patel called former director Chris Wray a, quote, government gangster for his jet usage.
Motherfucker, you cannot pledge your allegiance and suck the dick of Donald Trump and call people gangsters. Because that motherfucker, his organizations and his regime has operated and functioned like a gangster, mafia, mob boss, crime organization for decades. That motherfucker is as corrupt can get. He is a con man, and he is one of the biggest gangsters of the 21st century. So, like, miss with the fucking bullshit, Kash.
Which is why it was surprising to see Patel repost this photo on Sunday of him in his FBI-branded hoodie out on a date with his country.
Of course he has to wear his fucking FBI-branded fucking hoodie because he has such a fucking small, limp dick fucking energy that he has to just, like, overcompensate for fucking everything. That's also why he has a 26-year-old girlfriend at 45, which is gross. Like, ew. I just don't judge when people are over 25, but, like, there's just no, like, what do you have in common? Other than the fact that you're both idiots. Like, the fuck?
Country singer girlfriend, Alexis Wilkins. Now, Wilkins was performing at a Penn State sporting event on Saturday. And if you're wondering how Kash Patel got there to support her, well, public flight logs show he took a taxpayer-funded government jet. Later that night, that same jet flew from Pennsylvania to Nashville, where Patel's girlfriend lives. Now, I should know, FBI directors are required by law to use government planes for security purposes. It's a point Patel raised in May when Senate Democrats last inquired about his jet usage.
Well, this is a great point. Do you know why I have to use a private jet? Because Congress made it mandatory.
Okay. in April 5th, well, we didn't make it mandatory that you go to UFC games with Mel
Are
Gibson.
you telling me I can't go home?
Mel Gibson? Mel Gibson? Where is the ADL now? Where is the ADL now? Like, what? Mel Gibson? Whoa, bruh. Maybe, ooh, ugh. What?
You got to use some judgment here.
I love the logic there. I had to go to the event. So what? I'm supposed to stay there? Well, you don't have to go to every event. Patel's lack of judgment when using a taxpayer-funded plane for private excursions during a government shutdown on the eve of SNAP benefits running out is really just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, we have seen members of the Trump administration taking advantage of government
My
perks.
God. Whew. We need to. Ooh, my God. Okay. We need a trigger warning for the Trump regime. If you're gonna flash photos at me of these people, we're gonna need trigger warnings because, or like content warning flash. Oh. God, these people all look rather scary. If you're looking at all of the Mar-a-Lago face baddies, not baddies, the Mar-a-Lago face women, just remember, filler settles. So, yeah, anyways.
Like DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, who spent more than $172 million on private jets?
There's absolutely no need for her to have a fucking private jet to fucking fly around to sit there and watch people get kidnapped off the street by ICE. Like, there's no need for that. You're the secretary of the DHS. You don't need to be on the ground. You're not boots on the ground. That's not a boots on the ground fucking position. But she is boots on the ground all the time with Benny Johnson's fucking faggot ass following her like a lost puppy. Like, fuck off. Like, go somewhere. Go do some work that's not just like standing around watching people get fucking terrorized and kidnapped, Kristi. And try to be a better person. Like, this bitch, we should all, every single fucking headline with her name in it should say dog killer, puppy killer. She shot her dog, Kristi Noem. Puppy killer, Kristi Noem. Because she shot her dog. Who does that? Sociopaths.
Now The Atlantic is reporting that officials like Stephen Miller, Noem, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and others are living in homes meant for generals on military bases. They say it's for security reasons, though they already have personal security details, and in the past, those people with those jobs didn't occupy these homes. They all seem to be taking Trump's cues. They can help themselves to the public too.
Yeah, exactly. The security issues, the security reasons that they're staying there is because their actions are so fucking egregious and heinous that they would be protested and ostracized in any single open community that there is, because they know that they are so fucking hated that they have to hide on military bases, like, because they're just little bitch boys. The biggest group of whiny little bitch babies. Fuck this whole regime.
Charles Blow is a journalist and author of the Below the Stack Substack. Michelle Goldberg is an opinion columnist in the New York Times. Charles, I'm struck that in the first term, Tom Price, who's their Secretary of HHS, was actually brought down for flying around on a private jet. That there's this sort of level of scandal that used to exist that feels like it no longer does. Why do you think that is?
Chris, I know you know the answer, but duh, it's Trump. Like, it's Trump. Donald J. Trump. Donald John Trump. That's who the buck starts and ends with the top. Like, the only thing that trickles down in America is corruption and incompetence. Nothing else is trickling down. Like, the trickle down effect with economics does not work. Reaganomics does not work. That was proven like years and years ago, decades ago. And here you are trying to do it again. this fucking pyramid scheme that America is run on. And you have this fucking con man who came in, is 31 times a fucking felon, has over 25 people accusing him of rape. Like, there's so many reasons to not have this man as your president, but here he is, president. And all of that corruption is just trickling down. The incompetence is trickling down. That's what every single part of this fucking administration is. The only people who are competent in the way that, like, Hitler was competent. Like, Stephen Miller is organized and ready to fucking go and doing what the fuck he wants and, like, running shit, like, militarily. But he's a force of evil. So, like, oh my God. The only thing that trickles down in the Trump regime is corruption and incompetence, and that's it. Racism and just being a bad person as well, but that's just like, you, in order to be a part of the regime, you already have to be a terrible person and racist and all these other things.
Why have we found ourselves in this kind of golden age of corruption?
Well, I mean, mostly it's because Donald Trump has set the bar so high or low, depending on how you want to describe it, that nothing really registers anymore. But it also underscores that what these people were complaining about was not something that they opposed on principle, but rather something that they were jealous of.
A fucking men. They weren't. Look at this comment right here, at the first comment. They were never angry. They were jealous. Abso-fucking-lutely. Kash Patel was whining and bitching about the fucking every single FBI director for the past, like, 5 to 10 years. And now he's just doing everything that he was complaining about, but worse. He took a fucking plane, a private jet, to go get his dick wet. He took a taxpayer-funded booty call. That's what this is. Like, it's absolutely fucking insane. So, this is his girlfriend. This is a tweet that she tweeted. I'm calling it a tweet. This is Twitter. RAF, I don't know what the fuck that is. Apparently it's a wrestling match. I was like, oh, WWE, and then I looked and no, it's not. It's whatever the fuck this is. No disrespect, but, like, actually no respect to her. All the disrespect, but, like, no disrespect to. Well, if they're having her perform, fuck them. Like, ew. My God. He's 45. She's 26. Ew. Can we, like, ew. You're gross. Like, yeah, okay. Just a fucking. Top reply is fucking Jeffrey Epstein and Trump. Israeli honeypot falls in love with a crooked that covers for pedophiles and murderers. Damn. Well, accurate. FBI ousts leader as Patel fumes over attention to agency jets use. The FBI forced a senior official overseeing aviation shortly after Director Kash Patel grew outraged over revelations of his publicly available jet logs, indicating he'd flown to see his musician girlfriend perform. Musician is, like, I think we could say aspiring musician. Aspiring musician perform, said 3 people familiar with the situation. Stephen Palmer was the one who was let go or fired. He was a 27-year veteran of the FBI. Could you imagine this motherfucker coming in this year, has absolutely no experience with the FBI, absolutely no experience with law enforcement that is not behind not in a court. Like, he has no experience. He's supremely unqualified, the most unqualified person to ever lead the FBI. And that's saying a lot. J. Edgar Hoover, fuck that old dead racist. Anyways, still, this motherfucker should not be leading fucking anything. He should not be in charge of anything. And he comes in and fires a 27-year veteran. Somebody who's been working with the FBI for 27 years. He comes in and fires him because he got his feelings hurt that people called him out for his publicly available logs. This is literally, he threw a temper tantrum and somebody had to pay with their job, their career, their lifelong career, because this motherfucker got his feelings hurt. He got his little butt hurt. He's such a little bitch. He can't take an ounce of fucking criticism that he fucking had to fire somebody because he was so butthurt about it. Holy fuck. Patel was angered this week by social media posts and news stories calling attention to his use of an FBI jet that arrived in State College, Pennsylvania, where his girlfriend, aspiring country music artist Alexis Wilkins, sang the national anthem at a wrestling match. Said the individuals who spoke anonymously out of fear of retaliation. Well, I understand why. Palmer was told, the 27-year veteran was told he needed to immediately resign or be fired, which the individual said was at least partially connected to Patel's fury over the negative media cycle on his personal travel. So, let's be clear. All of this information was publicly available. Kash Patel grew outraged over revelations of his publicly available jet logs. Like, this has nothing to do with Stephen Palmer. Palmer's position included supervising the FBI's aviation units, but Patel's flight schedule was readily traceable through online tracking services, and he reposted photos of himself with Wilkins at the event on his personal X account. So, like, he's such an idiot. The people familiar with the matter said they were baffled as to why Patel might have blamed Palmer for the travel details. Because his feelings were hurt. He can't take criticism. He cannot take criticism. So somebody had to pay. That's how it works when you have a tiny little bitch boy ego that can be pricked at the time, like the tiniest little pinprick, and it blows up like fucking Hiroshima. Like, Patel shared on X in an October 30th post from his spokesman, which said articles and opposition to the director's travel were disingenuous and dumb. And FBI director gets criticized, and he says the criticisms are disingenuous and dumb. And bad faith whining. Oh my God, coming from the biggest whiner to ever lead the fucking FBI. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. All right, so here's Kash's post regarding the backlash, which is just like, just shut the fuck up, dude. Sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, take it on your fucking chin. Like, why is everybody unable to just, like, stay, like, fuck off? I am proud of the work of this FBI. Why? Release the Epstein files. You're covering up for pedophiles, motherfuckers. We're taking violent criminals off the streets in record numbers, crushing the fentanyl crisis, dismantling cartels. No, you're not. You're just like bombing fishermen in the Caribbean. And that's not even your department. Saving children, hunting down terrorists, and so much more. Girl, pull yourself together. Like, Jesus fuck. Let me be clear. We will not be distracted by baseless rumors or the noise from uninformed internet anarchists and the fake news. People criticizing you for using a private jet, a government-funded, taxpayer-funded private jet, are internet anarchists. And let's be clear, again, this usage of the government-funded, taxpayer-funded private jet was all for a booty call. Motherfucker wanted to get his dick wet and took a fucking private jet. I've always said, criticize me all you want, but going after the people doing great work in my personal life or those around me is a total disgrace. The disgustingly baseless attacks against Alexis, a true patriot, and the woman I'm proud to call my partner in life, she's basically a girl, like, are beyond pathetic. Bitch, have you looked in the mirror? Pathetic Patel. She is a rock solid conservative. Bitch, who gives a fuck? And a country music sensation? What are you on about, you fucking idiot? She is a rock solid conservative. She's a rock solid conservative and a country music sensation. No, she's not, you idiot. Who has done more for this nation than most will in 10 lifetimes. She's 26. That's just 1 year older than me. And I have not done as much as a lot of people in their one lifetime. What the fuck are you talking about? You self-important piece of shit that you have to like prop up your girlfriend and like, motherfucker. Ew. Like, you fucking cuck-ass motherfucker. Like, what are we doing here? You're lying. For a stupid... I'm so blessed she's in my life. Attacking her isn't just wrong. People are not attacking her. And even if they are, it's a byproduct of their attack on you, motherfucker. You are the one being criticized. You are the one being attacked for your usage of a private jet paid for by taxpayers to have a booty call. That is what people are criticizing you about. Okay? Go lay down, please. Lay down. Like, fuck off with this bullshit. Like, attacking her isn't just wrong, it's cowardly and jeopardizes our safety. What's safe? Like, no, okay, what is, every single time anybody in this regime gets criticized, they're like, the dangerous rhetoric, oh my god, the dangerous rhetoric, you guys are dangerous, what you're saying is dangerous, when we're just like calling them out for the actions that they're doing. Like, what's dangerous is your actions. Us calling it out is actually not putting you in danger. You're putting people in danger every single fucking day. Like, that's what ICE is. Putting people in danger every single fucking day. Like, fuck you. It jeopardizes our safety. No, it doesn't, you fucking idiot. What are the attacks? Attacking her isn't just wrong. Are people calling her stupid? Calling her a honeypot? Like, that's not jeopardizing your fucking safety, you idiot. Like, people making jokes online is not a compromisal of your safety, you fucking idiot. Shut the fuck up. And you will never tear that down or keep me from them. What the fuck? And jeopardize our safety. My love of family will always be my cornerstone, and you will never tear that down or keep me from them. Motherfucker. Jesus fucking Christ. Missed the point. Challenge 5. Like, oh my god. I and this FBI will stay laser focused on our mission and continue the reform we promised, rebuilding this bureau from the ground up. Motherfucker, you haven't done any, like, all you've done is fire people in key positions, and it's led to a lot of like actual bad shit happening because there's not people in the positions. You're not rebuilding anything, you're just tearing everything down. And to our supposed allies saying silent, your silence is louder than the clickbait haters. What are you... Okay, well, I guess that's us, the clickbait haters. Guilty as charged, I guess. To our allies staying silent, you're mad that people didn't come out and defend your usage of a fucking private jet to go have a booty call? That's indefensible, Cash. Shut the fuck up, fucking cuckoo cuckoo. Like, fuck you. The community noted him. People are largely not attacking Kash Patel's significant other, but rather reacting to his firing of people who point out his usage of government funds to travel to her shows. Exactly. Patel's previous comments on FBI officials using private planes and taxpayer dollars are linked here. We already played that in the news. So let's see what people are saying. No one, and I mean no one, gives us one single shit about anything you say. You are the disgrace. You have covered up the Epstein files. Jesus Christ, motherfucker wrote a novel. I'm not reading all this. Oh my God. He's hurt. Patel has been a disappointment. We had great hopes when he was confirmed. Who did? You lie. Kash Patel, biggest disappointment. Fake news, no Epstein files. Before reading the Epstein files, after reading the Epstein files. Since he has gotten sworn in, I have not seen somebody look more like a walking bump of cocaine. Like, he just... Oh my... It's so... You gotta be fucking kidding me with this post. You're defending a girlfriend? What is this, sophomore year in high school? Do your freaking job like you promised you'd do before taking on the role. Where's the Epstein list? Why haven't you arrested any clients? Because Trump is on it, dipshit. Trump's on the Epstein list. That's why it hasn't been released. Why else would it not be released? Why else? So Kash fucking reposted this. I saw this on his fucking... I was looking at his reposts, and this was one of them. Would also like to note, shaming a woman the director has happily dated for nearly 3 years is pathetic and frankly disgusting. See, I already had a fucking problem with she's 26, you're 45. That's weird. What do you have in common? Like, that's fucking weird. Like, just like give it up, old man. Like, but you've been dating for like 3 years? So she was 23? Say psych. Like, that's not a good defense, Mega. You cannot defend somebody, be like, oh, they've been dating since she was 23. Like, gross. This is such bullshit. So, he put out that there was a FBI Halloween terror attack foiled. And let's just watch this together.
Tonight, an alleged Halloween terror attack foiled. FBI agents yelling in Arabic, "This is the FBI," warning residents of this home that they have a warrant and to come out. There they go. Video showing the agents using flashbangs, then storming into the house in Dearborn, Michigan.
It's pretty scary because we have a lot of relatives around this neighborhood.
FBI Director Kash Patel announcing the raids on social media, writing the FBI stopped a potential...
We need to ban social media. Like...
terrorist attack before it could unfold, calling it a violent plot tied to international terrorism. 5 young individuals were taken into custody involving a plot to conduct an attack in the U.S. that has a connection to ISIS. 3 senior law enforcement officials tell NBC News, saying the suspects had discussed carrying out some sort of terror attack around Halloween, or what they allegedly referred to as Pumpkin Day. Agents seen...
They were smashing pumpkins, probably. Like, let's be real. They were probably, like, planning on like going out and smashing pumpkins for Pumpkin Day. Pumpkin Day. They get to go and smash pumpkins. Like, it... You cannot trust a single thing coming out of this FBI because that cockeyed, crazy, cuckoo motherfucker is in charge.
Searching through the homes. Hours later, and we're still seeing agents walking in and out of that home, sometimes walking out with items and loading them into vehicles. The suspects are naturalized citizens from a Middle Eastern country who had access to firearms and firearm training. 2 senior...
I wonder why, because that's perfectly fucking legal in the States. Like,
law enforcement officials briefed on the investigation tell NBC News. Do you know the people who were in that house?
Yep, friendly neighbors, good neighbors of ours. Nothing that I could speculate on them.
President Trump weighing in on the investigation this afternoon.
We're catching people before they ever start.
As Michigan's Attorney General expressed relief.
I can just say that I'm very, very grateful for the FBI's work in protecting the community and keeping people safe.
And Shaquille Brewster joins us now from Dearborn. Shaq, you have new reporting this evening about how long the FBI was tracking these suspects?
Yeah, Peter, at least for the past couple of days, senior law enforcement officials telling NBC News that there's indication to believe that some of these suspects may have been radicalized online. Meanwhile, on this Halloween evening, both local and federal law enforcement saying tonight that there is no current threat to the public. Peter?
Shaquille Brewster there in Dearborn, Michigan. Shaq, we appreciate it. Tonight,
We thank you for watching, and remember...
All right. So remember how I said you can't trust anything coming out of the FBI because it's led by Kash Patel, and corruption starts at the top. Michigan lawyer says a Halloween terror plot that FBI Director Kash Patel described never existed. So this is the lawyer of one of the people accused, but it's worth hearing. Like this, I don't trust. Like obviously, the lawyer has reasons to like defend their client. Like they're being paid to defend their client, but I don't trust Kash Patel as far as I can fucking throw him, and that's not far. So a Michigan defense lawyer is disputing FBI Director Kash Patel's allegations that his 20-year-old client and 4 other young suspects were planning to carry out a terror attack on Halloween weekend. Announcing their arrests on Friday, Patel said more information would be coming soon. However, the FBI and Michigan authorities have offered few details about the case. Spokespersons for the state and national FBI and U.S. attorney in Detroit did not immediately respond to messages Saturday. The investigation involved discussion in an online chat room involving at least some of the suspects who were taken into custody, according to 2 people briefed on the investigation who would not publicly discuss details. They spoke to the Associated Press on condition of anonymity. The group allegedly discussed carrying out an attack around Halloween, referring to Pumpkin Day, according to one of the people. The other person briefed on the investigation confirmed that there had been a pumpkin reference. However, lawyer Amir Magled, who represents a man from the suburb of Dearborn, who was still detained on Saturday, said federal authorities haven't given him many details about the investigation, but after reviewing the matter, he concluded that no terror event was planned. He said he doesn't expect any charges will be filed. He described the all-male group of U.S. citizens as gamers and said they range from in age from 16 to 20. They're just kids. They're literally just kids. If these young men were on forums that they should not have been, or in things of that nature, then we'll have to wait and see, McLeod said. But I don't believe that there's anything illegal about any of the activity they were doing. Well, being in forums, I thought America had free speech and like things like that. Like, no. Authorities said Friday after the arrests were made that there were no further threat to public safety. Patel had announced in a post on Twitter that the FBI thwarted a potential terrorist attack and arrested multiple subjects in Michigan who were allegedly plotting a violent attack over Halloween weekend. Investigators alleged the plan was inspired by Islamic State group extremism. It wasn't immediately clear if they had the means to carry out an attack. But the reference to Halloween prompted the FBI to make arrests Friday, one of the people familiar with the investigation told the AP. Patel credited the vigilance of the FBI along with the help from local authorities with thwarting the plot. Since the 9/11 terror attacks, the FBI has foiled several alleged attacks through sting operations in which agents posed as terror supporters, supplying advice and equipment. So There has been no reports of like any weapons that I've seen. I haven't seen any reports of like weapons or like bombs or like anything to constitute an attack. So we shall see. Obviously, you can't like explicitly trust a lawyer for a person accused, but I can't trust Kash Patel at all. So that's like, and it is, it feels convenient that this was in Dearborn, Michigan. I'm pretty sure Dearborn has a big population of Muslim people, so it all just stinks to me, like the whole thing. And it's very convenient that this came out like the first report was Halloween, and that was the like that was right after. This was on October 26th, and then this was on Halloween. So everybody was criticizing him 3 days ago. It's now the 3rd. So this happened right as everybody started to criticize him. Right as the mainstream news got a hold of it. So it all just kind of feels like a distraction. And why should I not put it past him to just put this out as a distraction? That's exactly what Donald Trump does with everything. He does it all the time with the Epstein files, Medicaid, Medicare. Like, he sends the National Guard into fucking this city or that city or whatever the fuck because he is trying to distract from this or that or the other crime that he's committed. Like, because the motherfucker commits crimes like every single fucking day. He does 75 impeachable acts every single fucking day in any other presidency. Like, this presidency will go down in history as one of the worst ever. And if America does not go down with it, you guys will be extremely fucking lucky. All right. Have a good night, guys.